ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਹਮ ਅਵਗੁਣ ਭਰੇ ਏਕ ਗੁਣ ਨਾਹੀ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਾੜ ਬਿਖੈ ਬਿਖ ਖਾਹੀ। ਮੋਹ ਭਰਮ ਪੈ ਭੂਲੇ, ਸੁਤ ਦਾਰਾ ਸਿਉ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਲਗਾਈ। ਇਕ ਉੱਤਮ ਪੰਥ ਸੁਣਿਓ ਗੁਰ ਸੰਗਤ, ਤਹਿ ਮਿਲੰਤ ਜਮਤ ਰਾਸ ਮਿਟਾਈ। ਇਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਭਾਟ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸਰਨਾਈ। ਜਬ ਲਉ ਨਹੀਂ ਭਾਗ ਲਿਲਾਰ ਉਦੈ, ਤਬ ਲੋ ਭ੍ਰਮ ਤੇ ਫਿਰਤੇ ਬਹੁਤਾਇਓ। ਕਲ ਘੋਰ ਸਮੁਦਰ ਮੈਂ ਬੂਟਤ ਥੇ, ਕਬਹੂ ਮਿਟਹਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੇ ਪਛਤਾਇਓ। ਤਤ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਯਹ ਮਥੁਰਾ, ਜਗ ਤਾਰਨ ਕਉ ਅਵਤਾਰ ਬਨਾਇਓ। ਜਪਿਓ ਜਿਨ ਅਰਜੁਨ ਦੇਵ ਗੁਰੂ, ਫਿਰ ਸੰਕਟ ਜੋਨ ਗਰਭ ਨ ਆਇਓ। ਗਿਆਨ ਅੰਜਨ ਗੁਰ ਦੀਆ, ਅਗਿਆਨ ਅੰਧੇਰ ਬਿਨਾਸ। ਹਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇ ਸੰਤ ਭੇਟਿਆ, ਨਾਨਕ ਮਨ ਪਰਗਾਸ। ਫਿਰਤ ਫਿਰਤ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਆਇਆ, ਪਰਿਆ ਤਉ ਸਰਨਾਏ। ਨਾਨਕ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਬੇਨਤੀ, ਆਪਣੀ ਭਗਤੀ ਲਾਏ। ਸੋਏ ਸੁਨੰਦਰੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਤਨ ਮਨ ਮੌਲਾ, ਨਾਮ ਜਪੰਦਰੀ ਲਾਲੀ। ਪੰਧ ਜਲੰਧਰੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਅੰਦਰ ਠੰਡਾ, ਗੁਰ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦੇਖ ਨਹਾਲੀ। ਤੂੰ ਚਉ ਸੱਜਣ ਮੈਂ ਡਿਆ, ਡਈ ਸਿਸ ਉਤਾਰ। ਨੈਣ ਮਹਿੰਜੇ ਤਰਸ ਦੇ, ਕਦ ਪਸੀ ਦੀਦਾਰ। ਗਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਿਚ ਕਰਮ ਨ ਜਾਣਾ, ਸਾਰ ਨ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੇਰੀ। ਸਭ ਤੇ ਵੱਡਾ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਨਾਨਕ, ਜਿਨ ਕਲ ਰਾਖੀ ਮੇਰੀ। ਜੀ ਅਜੰਤ ਸਭ ਸਰਨ ਤੁਮਾਰੀ, ਸਰਬ ਚਿੰਤ ਤੁਧ ਪਾਸੇ। ਜੋ ਤੁਧ ਭਾਵੈ ਸੋਈ ਚੰਗਾ, ਇਕ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੀ ਅਰਦਾਸੇ। ਜੋ ਤੁਧ ਭਾਵੈ ਸੋਈ ਚੰਗਾ, ਇਕ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੀ ਅਰਦਾਸੇ। ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਸਲੋਕ। ਚਰਨ ਕਮਲ ਬਿਰਹੰ, ਖੋਜੰਤ ਬੈਰਾਗੀ ਦਹਿ ਦਿਸਹਿ। ਤਿਆਗੰਤ ਕਪਟ ਰੂਪ ਮਾਇਆ, ਨਾਨਕ ਆਨੰਦ ਰੂਪ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਮ ਹੈ। ਚਰਨ ਕਮਲ ਬਿਰਹੰ, ਖੋਜੰਤ ਬੈਰਾਗੀ ਦਹਿ ਦਿਸਹਿ। ਤਿਆਗੰਤ ਕਪਟ ਰੂਪ ਮਾਇਆ, ਨਾਨਕ ਆਨੰਦ ਰੂਪ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਮ ਹੈ। ਮਨ ਸਾਈ ਮੁਖ ਉਚਰਾ, ਵੱਤਾ ਹੱਬੇ ਲੋ। ਨਾਨਕ ਹਬ ਅਡੰਬਰ ਕੂੜਿਆ, ਸੁਨ ਜੀਵਾ ਸੱਚੀ ਸੋਏ। ਚਰਨ ਕਮਲ ਬਿਰਹੰ, ਖੋਜੰਤ ਬੈਰਾਗੀ ਦਹਿ ਦਿਸਹਿ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ, ਪਤਿਤ ਪਾਵਨ ਭਗਤ ਵਛਾਲ, ਦੀਨ ਦਇਆਲ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਮਾਲਕ, ਜਿਸ ਦੀ ਪਾਵਨ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁੜ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਨ। ਗੁਰੂ ਰੂਪ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਆਪ ਜੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੇ ਭਾਗੀ ਹੋ, ਜੋ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਅਮੋਲਕ ਘੜੀਆਂ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੇ ਹਨ। Very blessed to be joined in the court of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. These very special moments that we have to be in Sadh Sangat. So we've been going through the Katha of Jaitsri ki Vaar, the Bani by Panjve Paatshah Ji, our fifth Guru, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. And just a quick recap from the Katha yesterday, Guru Sahib Ji is talking to us about desires and the kind of actions that we do in our lives. The Maharaj Ji was telling us that we should wake up to the kind of actions that we're doing, and to realize that actually we're not going to be here for that long. Ke kot aga sab naas ho hai, simrat har nao. Ke by doing simran, by remembering Vaheguru Ji, kot aga, all of our sins are burnt away. Agahe means sins. Kot means millions of sins. Sab naas hoye. Naas means to be destroyed. Sare naas honde ne saasang ji simrat har now. How? When we remember Vaiguruji's name. Man chinde phal paiye hai. And those desires that we have in our mind, they all become true. Har ke guna gao, by singing Vaiguruji's praises. Now what it means here by phal, or those things that we desire inside us, those fruits, the things that we truly need in our life for spirituality, the true treasures of this life, char padarth that they talk about. So things like desires, good desires to have, shubh ichha, that means good desires. Then we have dharm, righteous way of living, moksha, to get mukti, to be free from anger, to be free from desires, bad desires to have, things that take us away from Vaiguruji. And then we have arth, wealth. Now it doesn't mean that you have to be very rich, but it means that we have enough money that we can sustain our living and we can live a comfortable life and we can still do seva. And one extra point we can bring up with that is dasvand, giving 10%. There's this vichar, especially when it comes to Punjabis, right? Now this is not taking the mick out Punjabis, but it's the common saying that a lot of Punjabis are kanjoos. If you don't know what kanjoos means to be like very tight-fisted, right? I'm not saying everyone's like that, but it's just a general stereotype that we say, right? But the thing is that if we don't give to the one who's given us 100%, if we can't give back them 10%, then how ungrateful are we? Guru Sahib has given us so much. So at least we can do is give back 10% to Guru Maharaji. Save kari inhi ki palo, Guru Gobind Singh says. Aur ki save so haath na ji ko, Maharaji kehinde han ke khalsa di seva karo. Do seva of the Khalsa. Those ones who are doing the job of the Khalsa, and you can, in one respect, translate that however you want, but deg fateh. Those ones who are protecting others, those ones who are serving others by giving them aid, by giving them food, by giving them shelter. Guru Sahib saying this is the job of the Khalsa and we should be supporting them, teaching people how to read Gurbani, Prachar, where is the Granthi Singhs, the Kirtanis. These kind of things, we should be supporting them people as well. So Maharaji has given us a lot of vichar here on when it comes to the actions we should be doing and the desires that we should be having. But in today's Katha Sasangaji, we will continue the vichar and we now will be talking about those Guru Sikhs. Those Guru Sikhs who are following the teachings of Guru Sahib Ji. The teaching that they've shared with us, the blessings that Guru Sahib has given to us. So what we'll do is go for this first Salok by Siddhi Guru Arjan Dev Ji in this part of the Katha. And before we do that, let's please focus our mind. So Sari Sangat Akho, Satnam Sri Vaheguru Sahib Ji Salok Charan Kamal Birahan Kho Janta Bairagi Deh Dissa Hai. So Guru Arjan Dev Ji starts off this slok by saying to us, Charan Kamal. So what does Charan mean? Charan is a reference to Guru Sahib Ji's feet. So in Punjabi we say pair, but in this case we don't say pair, we say Charan. It's a form of respect for Guru Sahib Ji's feet, right? So for example, we wouldn't say that my Charan, we'd say my pair, right? But for Guru Sahib, we say Charan. It's like other examples are like we don't say Pani, we say Jal. Pave Jaldi Seva. So these certain words that we use in certain cases for certain people or certain things or certain types of seva, service that we do. So we wouldn't say Jal, we wouldn't say Pani, we say Jal. Right? Or there's Roti or we say Prashada. So these all these different types of terminology. The first time I had Prashada, I remember I was a Munna and I was at the Guru Kar, and so random auntie said to me, do you want Prashada? And I was like, I've had Prashad upstairs. Right? So until we learn these kind of concepts, then they won't make sense to us. And then that's when sometimes you don't understand what's happening in Katha. Many times you meet Punjabis who don't even understand Punjabi Katha because many times they don't understand the terminologies that have been given, like, for example, Brahmgyani. These kind of things. Charan Kamal. That Guru Sahib Ji Charan are Kaval Wang. What does Kaval mean? Kamal, same thing. It means a lotus flower. That they're describing Guru Sahib Ji's feet as being just like a lotus flower, so beautiful. And the qualities of the Kamal full, the Kaval full are 4. So I'll go for a few of them. One is that it's nirlep. It is detached from the dirty pond that it lives in. In the same way, if we join to Guru Sahib Ji's Charan, then we'll be detached from this world of Maya, this world of illusion. Guru Sahib Ji's Charan, just like the lotus flower, the lotus flower does not drown. It cannot drown in the chikkad, it cannot drown in the dirty water. In the same, if we hold on to Guru Sahib's charan, then we will not drown in this world. We will not fall into the desires of this world, and we will not drown in the pains and separations of this world if we hold on to Guru Sahib's charan. Another thing with the lotus flower is the lotus flower always faces the Suraj. It always faces the sun. And in the same, if we hold on to Guru Sahib's charan, then we always face Vaiguruji. We always face Gurumat, the right way of living, the righteous way of living. And another thing that we can say about the charan, the Kamal full, about this type of flower, is that it never drowns, which we've already said, and it has a beautiful scent to it as well. So that means that it doesn't matter what is around, whether it's around dirty water, in the same way if we're around negative people, negative qualities, it cannot affect that person. Right? So these are some of the different arth we can do, different translations to Charan Kamal. Birahan. Birahan means prem, the one who has love for Guru Sahib's charan. And where is Guru Sahib's charan today? It's Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. Chitta Charana Naam in Sri Jap Sahib, Guru Gobind Singh Ji says to us that when we put our chit, our consciousness into Guru Sahib's charan, Chitta Charan, and what is Guru Sahib's charan? Naam. It's Gurbani. This is Guru Sahib's charan. Like we said in yesterday's Katha, when we matha take to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, there's so many blessings by falling in Guru Sahib's feet. And this is the physical feet. When we read Gurbani, we are joining to Guru Sahib's charan, to the beautiful feet. And Guru Sahib then says, Kho jant bairagi deh dis hai. And they say that person, Kho jant, Khoj ke, they say they search and they search because khich pendi hai saas, there's a khich, there's a pull inside them because they always want to be with Guru Sahib's charan, and they will go to such lengths to be in Guru Sahib's charan. Deh dis hai. Deh hai means das. Deh dis means das disha, 10 directions. They will go in any direction to find Guru Sahib's charan, north, east, south, west, whether that's north, east, south, west, the ones in between, up and down. Every direction they'll travel to in order to have Guru Sahib's darshan. Main bin Guru dekhe, neend na aave. That without seeing my Guru, main means myself, bin without seeing, main bin Guru dekhe. Dekhe means to see, Guru means the Guru. Main bin Guru dekhe, neend na aave. I cannot sleep. This is an avastha itself, a spiritual level, and this is obtained through something called Vairag. So here Maharaj says, Kho jant bairagi deh dis hai. The one who has Vairag, Vairag is written here, same meaning, Vava ja Babba, V-O-B. Vairag here means to be detached. So we have Rag. Rag means love, but it means a type of love that is filled with attachment. Like we said in yesterday's Katha, there's love, but there's also attachment. There's detachment as well, and we should have love for people, just like our Guru Gobind Singh Ji loves us all, but there was that detachment. They could live in Vaiguruji's hukam. They could live in that hukam. So Maharaj is saying that person who's filled this vairag, this detachment, this longing to become one with Vaiguruji. We become detached from the world, but we realize that actually this world is not real, and now I truly want to meet Vaiguruji. And then that ardas that we do, that humble plea we do to Parameshwar Vaiguruji is very powerful. The ardas is so powerful. Jithe neech samalyana, tithe nadra teri baksis. That means where the humble people reside, the lowest of the low of the low of the low, is written 4 times in that Shabad. Nicha andar neech jat, nichi hoot nicha, the lowest of the low of the low of the low. Meaning someone becomes so humble. Nanak te nike sang saath, the Guru wants their company. The Guru wants to be with that person, and where there's the Guru, there's complete blessings. And if we look at one example in the history of this, of Baba Amar Das Ji, who we covered yesterday, having spent time with that Sadhu Sant, finding out Baba Amar Das Ji was a Nigura, they had no Guru. So what happened was Baba Amar Das Ji went home and they cried out to Vaiguruji, Ke Vaiguruji, Aap Ji Kripa Karo, bless us Vaiguruji, Milap Baksho, bless us with this union. And at that time, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Paatshah spoke to Baba Amar Das Ji and he said, Paya Manura, if you feel like waste, if you feel like that you have no use now, just like how Munur has spoken about, item known as slag, a waste product when it comes to making iron metal, Maharaj says, Ke Paya Manur kanchan phir hove. You can become gold again. You can become, your life can become of use again. Kanchan phir hove. Je, if, this is the key thing, Je Guru Milay Taneha. if we meet the Guru. So Baba Amar Das Ji met Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. That first meeting when they came together, that milap between the second Guru and to become the third Guru, they say Guru Angad Dev Ji went to embrace Baba Amar Das Ji with a hug. Now, we also spoke about the relationship between the second and the third Guru. So Baba Amar Das Ji had a Pitaji. Their father was called Baba Tejpan Ji. That was their father's name. Baba Tejpan Ji had 4 sons. Baba Amar Das Ji was the eldest of those, with Baba Khemra Ji, Baba Manak Chand Ji, and Baba Ishar Das Ji. Baba Ishar Das Ji was the father of Bhai Gurdas Ji, who was the scribe of Sri Ard Granth Sahib, the writer, the Lakhari. Such a great scholar, and we use a lot of their Bani in Katha as well. Then we have Baba Khemra Ji and Baba Manak Chand Ji. Baba Manak Chand Ji had a child called Bhai Jassu Ji, who married the daughter of Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Bibi Amaro Ji. Bibi Amaro Ji moved to that same village of Bhai Jassu Ji where Baba Amar Das Ji was, Pind Basar Ke, and when she was singing this Shabad, Baba Amar Das Ji said, "Take me to your father." It's such a beautiful long Sakhi. But when Baba Amar Das Ji comes, Guru Angad Dev Ji is thinking that this is from the boy side. Right? So for Satkar for them, I will go and give them a hug, even though they're the Guru, they're the form of Vaiguru Ji. When they go to embrace Baba Amar Das Ji with a hug, they say that they cannot embrace them, they cannot hug Baba Amar Das Ji because Baba Amar Das Ji is fallen in their feet. Charan Kamal Birahan. Baba Amar Das Ji has a love for Guru Sahib Ji's Charan. Charan Kamal Birahan. So we can see how this Guru Bani and Itihas come together. There's no difference. Guru Bani and Itihas are interlinked. Guru Bani gives us Itihas. There's so many examples in Guru Bani of Itihas. Puta Mata ki Asis. Nimik na bisro tumko har har sada paj ho jagadis. We always hear this. I won't go into it, otherwise you'll keep going off track. But Guru Sahib at that time, Baba Amar Das Ji fell on their feet and they stayed with Guru Angad Dev Ji. They left Pind Basar Ke and they stayed and they served Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. And people used to speak bad about Baba Amar Das Ji. Very bad. And we'll follow this theme on within this one pankti here. They'll say that, look, this person is from the boy side and they're living off the girl side. So many negative things about Baba Amar Das Ji. Baba Amar Das Ji heard all these things. The Baba Amar Das Ji at that time said to one of the Mukh Sevadars, one of the main Sevadars, okay, bless me with some seva. They said, what seva would you like to do? They said, Jaldi seva baksho ji. Jaldi seva means seva with water. But what does it mean here specifically? It's the seva of Guru Angad Dev Ji. Seva means to serve. So Guru Angad Dev Ji, every single morning, Baba Amar Das Ji, who became the third Guru, would wake up very early. Roughly about 2 o'clock in the morning, they'd get up and they'd go to Beas. Beas was the river very close to where they were staying, Sri Khadur Sahib. The Baba Amar Das Ji would take a gagar with them. You've probably seen the pictures of Baba Amar Das Ji carrying this massive pot, gagar. And they'd take it to the river and they say Baba Amar Das Ji would walk backwards to that river. Why? Because they never want to show their pit, their back towards Sache Patsha Ji, towards the King of Kings, Guru Angad Dev Ji. When they would go to Beas, they'd fill that gagar up with jal. And some Guru Sikhs even say that Baba Amar Das Ji would walk into Beas with the gagar on top of their head, do the Ishnar just like that, and fill the gagar up and walk straight back towards Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Sahib Singh Ji us jal de na with that water, they'd wash Guru Sahib Ji's charan, they wash Guru Sahib Ji's pavitra sari, the beautiful body, and they wash Guru Sahib Ji's clothes. That was their seva every single morning for about 12 years. Every single day. They never missed a single day except from the last day, which is a beautiful story in itself. So Baba Amar Das Ji did this seva every single day in the morning, whatever the weather was. Whether it was raining, sometimes when it's raining outside, we go, I'm not going outside today. I don't want to go Gurdwara Sahib today because it's raining, there's a storm. All these kind of things. Guru Sahib says us in Gurbani, Chakhara Chagi miho varse pi gur dekh na jai. Chakhara Chagi miho varse. Chakhar he means hanera, darkness. Chakhara Chagi miho varse. There could be so much barish, so much rain, there could be a storm. There could be all these things happening. Pi gur dekh na jai. But that Gurdas Sikh will still go and see their Guru. No matter what the storm is, they'll go. And Baba Amar Das, wherever the weather is, They want to go and see their Guru. They want to do seva of Guru Angad Dev Ji. Even though they're in their 70s now, they're in their 80s now, they're still serving Guru Sahib Ji every single day. And after that, they wouldn't just rest there. Guru Sahib Ji go into the jungles and they'll get lakkar, they get wood for langar di seva, for the fire. And then they say that the Sangha that would travel from so far to see Guru Angad Dev Ji, Baba Amar Das should be there and they'll do their seva. Charan di seva, they malish their feet, they massage them. They give them jal, they give them water. Baba Amar Das did so much seva. And they became the third Guru. Jina sevya, tin paya man. They say the one who serves, tin, that person, paya man, they gain true honor. They gain true honor from the Guru. So Guru Sahib is saying to us, Ke chakhra chagi mi ho varse pi guru dekhna jai. And it says, Samundra sagar hove bahu khara. Samundra sagar means the oceans. Or very big ocean. Samundra Sagar Hove Bahu Khara means this Samundra Bodh Vishal is very vast. And Khara means it's very salty water, meaning it's a great obstacle to pass. But they say that Guru Sikh Lang, that Guru Sikh is able to pass that ocean. They're able to pass that ocean. Guru Sikh Lang, Guru Pehe Jai. And the Guru Pehe means Guru Sahib Ji the pass, they go right next to their Guru. It doesn't matter how big the ocean is, they're going to cross the ocean because they're determined. That is the power of Vairag. Vairag, that feeling of detachment is so powerful that who knows what lengths people go to. That they won't sleep. Main bin guru dekhe neend na aave. They'll be doing part for so long, Simran. When we say part, it's not just reading, right? It's experiencing. It's being in tune with the words that we feel like Gurbani is speaking to us. Right? Sometimes just look at we just use the word part like it's just part, right? But it's so beautiful. Gurbani, that we said before, ke Satgur ki Bani, Sat Sat kar jan ho, Guru Sikh ho. Now this Bani is the truth upon truth. It's the complete truth. And the Guru is saying themselves, Guru Sikh ho, jano, samjh lo, understand this, that there's nothing more true than Satgur Ji's Bani. So just a bit more vichar on this and then we'll continue with the next Panktiya, Maharaj's vichar afterwards. But this idea of Vairag, if we look in Guru Bani, Guru Sahib Ji gives us the state of Vairag. And this is why when we listen to Kirtan, and Kirtani sing certain shabas that are Vairag made, they're filled with Vairag, it can really put someone in tune with that feeling, that emotion of Vairag. And they can really feel that separation. But it's like separation, but at the same time it's like union, yearning for union. That we're looking to be reunited with somebody, with Vaiguruji. So Maharaji says to us in Gurbani, Ab ham chali thakur pehehar. Ab means hun. Ab ham means main. Hun main. Now I, Ab ham chali thakur pehehar. I've come to my Guru. I've come in front of my Guru. Hard means hard again. I've literally given up. Ab ham chali thakur pehehar. Jab ham sarna Prabhu ki ai. Thak Prabhu, Rak Prabhu, pave mar. The Guru Sahib is saying to us, Jab ham sarna Prabhu ki ai. When I came into the Sharan of Vaiguruji, I said this to Vaiguruji, ke hey Vaiguruji, Rak Prabhu pave mar. Ke Vaiguruji either protect me or just let me leave, let me pass away. Right? Let me stay in your protection. Rahao lokan ki chatarai upma tebe santarajar. They say people's cleverness. People can be very chalak, very conniving. Lokan ki chatarai upma. They could praise me. They can say many things to me, like Baba Amar Das Ji. Many people would either praise them or slander them. They're very clever with their words and they say things to Baba Amar Das Ji, but they didn't care. Whether they praise them or they slander them, Jai lok salahita teri upma, Jai ninde chod na jai. Whether they praise Baba Amar Das Ji, whether they did in India, Guru Sahib is saying, hey, tebe santar jar, I've burnt it all away. Because I'm not interested in that stuff. All I want is my Guru's khushiya. All I want to do is serve my Guru. So Maharaj says, Lokan ki chatarai upma tebe santar jar, koi pala kaho, pave bura kaho. He says, somebody may say good stuff to me. Koi pala kaho, to say good, ja, bura kaho. Or they say bad. But Maharaj says, ke ham tana diyo hai tar. Okay, this body I've given to you. Tar, he means tehepe, I've fallen in your feet. This body is yours, so people can say whatever they want, but this isn't me. This is only you now. This is your head. This is Maharaji, there's no more me, that is only you. So Maharaji is showing us, hey, through Gurbani, through Itihas, the avastha of Vairag. That it doesn't matter what anyone is saying, I'm walking this path, and that Vairag is so strong, it keeps that person going. So Guru Sahib Ji continues then and says, Tyaganta kapata roop maya, Nanak anand roop sad sangam hai. So Maharaji kende han ke Tyaganta kapata roop maya. So Tyagant means to renounce. Tyag dena. Tyagant kapata roop maya. Chal roopi maya is what this means. Kapata roop maya. That illusion that completely blinds us. Maharaji is saying that when somebody renounces that, Nanak Anand Rupa, that person becomes Anand Rup themselves, they become the form of bliss, Anand Rup Sad Sangam hai. When they renounce Maya, and then that person comes into Sad Sangat. Sad means those ones who are following those techniques to become closer to Vaiguruji. Sadhana. Sad or Sadhu Sant, great saints, those ones who have done so much tapa, so much penance to get closer to Vaiguruji, to reunite with Vaiguruji. Sangam hai. Sang literally means company. Sangam, the company, to be in that Sangat of Sad Sangat. Because Sad Sangat is very powerful. Sad Sangat is not a person. Sad Sangat is the lachan, is the qualities of Vaiguru. Once we start putting faces on people, then we'll let ourselves down. We can't say they let us down. It was our fault for putting our hopes and desires into people. Those things that were not going to stay, that will have to go as well. The body has to go. Garab karta, Maharaji says in Slok Nava, Garab karta hai dehe ko. Garab means pride, to be proud. Garab karta hai dehe ko, binisai chin mein neet. Guru Sahib says that this body of ours, it's not going to stay. Binisai chin mein neet. They said that it's going to go very quickly. Binisai chin ik kindavich. It's going to go. Garab karta hai dehe ko, binisai chin mein neet, jhe prani har jas kahiyo. Maharaj says that the one who actually focuses on Vaiguruji's jasa, Jai prani har jas kahiyo nanak tehe jag jeeta. They say they conquer this world. Who realize that this body is nothing anyway. Tehe jag jeeta, man jeeta, jag jeeta. They realize that this body is not going to stay. So Maharaji says that to go into Sad Sangat, to be a part of that Sangat, to sing God's praises, to do Simran. Sometimes just to sit there and say Vaiguru. Just jap Vaheguru, Vaheguru. To recite Vaiguru. Maharaji says that if we're able to do that in Sad Sangat, and they say Sad Sangat is what? Sad Sangat is Sad Sangat Sach Khand hai Vasa Nirankare. Bhai Gurdas Ji, the son of Bhai Manak, of Bhai Ishar Das Ji, writes this in their Vara. They write this in their own words, that Sad Sangat, that true company, where Jithe Eko Naam Vikhaniya, where there's God's name, and only God's name, and the praise of Vaiguruji's name, and that connection to Vaiguruji, they say that is Sachkhand. That is that realm where God resides. That's where we're trying to get to. And we can get to that here if we find that Sad Sangat. Man Sai Mukh Uchra Vatta Habbe Lo. Maharaji says ke Man Sai. Sai here means master, Malak. Man here again, we talk about the Hirda, the heart. The one who enshrines God's name in their heart. How? Mukh Uchra. By first starting off by saying God's name on their tongue. Sant Baba Ishar Singh Ji Rara Sahib Wale, if anyone's been blessed to read their diary, you'll see that Santji talks about this type of vichar. Okay, we first have to start off by saying God's name from our tongue. Then from the tongue it goes to our kant. Kant here means our throat. Then kant to Bad Sahib Singh Ji goes to our hirda. That we start to reside, God's name starts to reside inside our heart. Sometimes people may explain this as a warm feeling, a sensation, a jump in their heart. But again, there's many different ways to experience this. But Maharaji is saying that to start by saying God's name on our tongue, and then to enshrine God's name inside our heart, Vatta Habbe Loa, and wherever they go, Sare Pase, wherever they go in this whole world, they only seek Loa. Loa means worlds or planets, or in this case, different countries or lands that we can go to. All they seek is God's name, all they look for is God's name, all they see is God's name everywhere. Because it's not just in them, it's outside everywhere. Hukme andar sabko, bar hukm na koi. They see that hukm inside them. They see Vaiguruji inside them. So, Vatta habbe lo, Nanak habba adambara kudya. And they realize this one thing, that everything in this world is kudya. It's all kud, it's all false. Kuba kuba, kuba kuba, kuba tero naam. Jhootha jhootha, jhootha jhootha, duni guman. That was a lot of kubs, I love jhoots. So it's good as Saudi saying here. They say kub, that's 2. Kub, another 2. Kub, 5. Tero naam. They say that your name, Vaiguruji, is kub. It's so beautiful. But they say jhootha jhootha, jhootha, duni gaman. But this world, this honor of this world, this illusion is false. But they said you are so beautiful 5 times, and they said that the world is false 4 times. So again, just showing that Vaiguruji is beyond all this, are much greater. But Maharaj is saying to us that actually that person realizes that everything here is false. Kud Raja, Kud Parja, Kud Sab Sansar. Maharaj talks about this in Asadivar as well. And they're saying that same part of Asadivar, Kis naal kiche dostati, sab jaga chal nahar. Everything is false. This Raj, this power that we think we have, whether that's over a country, whether that's over a household, over a person, it's not going to last. Kud Parja. Parja, he means like the population, the people that you rule, maybe servants. Nothing again. Kud sab sansar, this whole world is false. So who should we make friends with? Maharaj says, Sun jiva sachi soe. Become friends with that one who is a true one. Vaiguruji, Sun jiva. Because listen to their praises, remembering them, hearing about them, that person is truly alive. Tanamana tive hariya. Their tan ate man, their mind and body is hariya. It's completely blossoming. It's in complete anand, complete bliss. So like we said in today's Katha, we're talking about the avastha of those people who have experienced this, those ones who are feeling this, just like Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj Ji. Akha jiva visre mar jao. That when I say God's name, I'm truly alive. Akha jiva visre mar jao. But when I forget Vaiguruji, then I'm pretty much dead. But then they say Akhane Okha Sacha now. But they say to say God's name is very hard. Both Kathanya is very hard. And we know that ourselves, just to sit there and to make the mind focus can be a difficult challenge in itself. And then we have all the external factors that come. But they say, what is the trick? Or what is the medicine? What's going to help us? Sache naam ki lage pukha. We need to have that pukha. Pukha here is just like that vairag, that detachment, that yearning. That pukha inside us. And I say, if we have that pukha, utapukha khaye chaliye hai dukha, that pukha will take away all the dukh. That will take away all the pains. Now, what are these pains? It could be physical pains, but the pains here can also be sasangaji, those things that are stopping us from meeting Vaiguru. That is a true dukh, right? Venato the hor je mangana. Sir dukha ke dukh. To ask for anything but you is complete dukh. So that's why sometimes you have to get dukh, because through dukh we realize that actually this is all dukh. That I shouldn't be asking for these things. What is true sukh? Dukh, daru. Then we understand what the medicine is. We could spend so much time just doing vichar of dukh and giving so many paramans in Gurbani, so many examples in Gurbani of dukkha. But we'll continue now. But Maharaj says, Sun jiva sachi soe. That by remembering Vaiguruji, by being in their Charan, by remembering them, being around those people who remember Vaiguruji, is so powerful. It can change somebody's mood. It can inspire somebody. Just by people say, I can't wake up in the morning. I promise you, if you do Sangat of Sadhu sons of great Guru Sikhs, you'll wake up the next morning. Right? It will happen because of their kamai, because of their jivan. They may say one thing to you, and next minute you're waking up every morning. And we're doing things you never thought we could do because of their Sangat. So we'll continue now into next Pauri. Maharaji now continues. And this is why Gurbani is so beautiful, because Gurbani flows. And this next part, Guru Sahib is going to give us an example now of this. Pauri, basta tuti chumpari, chid sab chinna. So what is Guru Sahib saying to us here? They're talking about somebody. And this is where Itihas falls into place as well, because a lot of Gurbani has Uttanakas to it. What does that mean? Uttanaka means the background. And you may see that because sometimes you may look at some shabas and you think, what is Guru Sahib saying? Why like this bird is dancing It's like, what has this? What if somebody walked into a Guru Car one day and saw a translation on the board, and some of the English that we read, somebody would think, what are these people singing? And it can sound quite funny to people that this makes no sense. But Gurbani is so deep. There's so much depth to Gurbani. There's so many conversations in Gurbani. There's Q&As in Gurbani. Gurbani is beyond. We can never put a limit on Gurbani. As soon as somebody says Gurbani can't be this, it can't do that, then straight away we're limiting Gurbani and we're limiting our Guru. Yes, we are limited. Our knowledge is limited. We're very boxed off in today's world. This is Sikhi for us. Or anything outside this, no, that's not Sikhi, that's wrong. We're so boxed off and we're so quick to judge other people, but we have to look at ourselves. So Maraji he basta tuti chumpari cheed sab chinna. Maraji is talking about a great Guru Sikh called Bhai Himaji. Now Bhai Himaji was from the sum of the time of Panjve Pasha Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaji. When Guru Arjan Dev Ji was travelling with their Guru Sikhs, they say they travelled with 5 Guru Sikhs, Bhai Bidhi Chand Ji, Bhai Jetha Ji, Bhai Gurdas Ji. Many of these great Mahan Guru Sikhs, if you look at when Guru said you went to Lahore to give Shahidi, our 5th Guru went to sacrifice their life, Kavi Santokh Singh Ji writes the name of those 5 Guru Sikhs. They say Bidya Jetha Lang Pirana Pancham Pera Sang Payana. They said these 5 Guru Sikhs travelled with Guru Arjan Dev Ji to Lahore. So Bhai Himaji lived in this just wilderness. They lived in the jungles. Guru Sahib Ji travelling on their way to Goindwal Sahib or back from Goindwal Sahib. You read in Itihas, there's different versions. One they said they were going, one said they were coming back. But the main point was that they were in the jungles and they came to a place called Khanpura, this area. And when they were there, they were in the jungles and they looked in the sky and the clouds were very dark. And if anyone's been to India, this is whenever I've been to India and I've looked in the sky, it's always blue skies. But as soon as you see one cloud, the first thing that goes off in my head is, what does that mean? It's going to rain very soon. For some reason, every time I look in the sky and I see this one cloud, I know it's going to rain soon. And it doesn't just rain a little bit, it rains properly. All right? It's like just hailstones and it's crazy how much it rains there. And maybe it's for a short while, but it rains properly, right? So there may not be a lot of quantity over a long period, but that time it rains is proper quality and it's just so much rain. So what happens is it's about to rain. Bhai Bidhi Chand Ji says to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, hey Maharaj, we should find somewhere to rest. But Bhai Bidhi Chand's doing his benti to Guru Sahib Ji, the Maharaj says, don't worry about it. But Bhai Bidhi Chand keeps doing Ardas benti, and Guru Sahib Ji at that time says, go into the village and find a place where we can rest. And when they go into this village, they realize that the people that are living there are Pathans, they're drunk, they're Veswas, there's prostitutes there, and nobody wants to do seva of Guru Sahib Ji. So what happens is Bhai Bidhi Chand Ji comes back, they're quite let down. Then Maharaji says, look, we don't need to go to these places. We're here to go to a special person's house. And whose house is that? Bhai Himaji's house. But the thing is that they don't even have a house. So Maharaji here is saying to us about them, Basta Tuti Chumpadi. Chumpadi here means a kulli, but we can say a shed, a shack. A broken, and his tutti here means, tutti means it's broken. Basta, that's where they reside. Vasdehan, they're living there in that place. And they say about Bhai Himaji, ke cheed sab chinna. They said that all their kapre are parte, they're all ripped. Parte hoye kapre, their clothes are completely ripped, and because they're so poor. So Bhai Himaji is there at that time in this broken shack, and Guru Arjan Dev Ji is going to see them. Charan Kamal Birahan ko jant baragi deh dissa hai. The one who has love for the Guru, even the Guru goes to see them. So sometimes you say that the Guru Sikh has to go to the Guru, but sometimes the Guru comes straight to their Guru Sikh as well. Because it's a relationship of love. It's not just we love God or Guru or whatever you want to name them, they love us as well. So they keep the honor of their saints. So Maharaji at this time makes their way towards Bhai Himaji's home, and when they reach outside and it's raining so much, now the rain is falling. Bhai Himaji can see Guru Arjan Dev Ji from so far, and they say Bhai Himaji comes running out and they're falling Guru Sahib Ji's Charan. They're falling Guru Sahib Ji's Charan. And at this time, they take Guru Sahib Ji into their home, and they place Guru Sahib Ji on a Manji Sahib on their own bed. They put their ripped cloth, they're wearing a blanket at this time, and they put that on the floor, even though it's ripped, and they don't have many clothes of their own. They put that on the floor and they place those Guru Sikhs on that, and Guru Sahib Ji sits on the manji side. When they're sitting there, Bhai Himmat goes to get them food. And this is what is so beautiful about Bhai Himmat Sahib Singh Ji, is that Bhai Himmat used to work in the fields, Khet de vich. And when they used to work in the fields, they would work all day, and at the end of the day, they would get the leftover grains and they take them home. And with those grains, they would grind them to make prashada, to make atta, to make flour with those grains, different types of flour, and they'd make prashada, they'd make bread, very simply. And they'd make free prashade, so free breads. But what would happen, Sahib Singh, is they'd only eat one. They'd only eat one, but the other two they'd leave there on the side. Why? In case anybody walked past and they give that bread to them. So Bhai Himmat had so much love for everyone that they'd only eat one prashad a day and they leave the other two. Brahmgyani sada nirdokha, jaise sood sarv ko sokha. The one who's a Brahmgyani, they have no enmity with anyone. Nirvair. And it said, jaise sood sarv ko sokha. Just like how the Suraj gives love and warmth and light to everybody, that is the same for them. They give love to everyone. Na ko beri nahi begana. Sagala sang hamko baniai. They say, Na ko beri, I have no enemies. People may want to be my enemy, but I have no enemies. Na ko beri nahi begana. Sagala sang hamko baniai. Everyone, we're all one. We're all one. Ek pita, ekas ke hum barak. We all have one father. Fair enough, brothers and sisters fight. We all fight, brothers. Siblings always fight, right? It's very rare you find siblings that don't fight. But at the same time, we have the same father. So just get over the fight and move on. So Maharaji here is saying that when they come and they're sitting at home, they give the prashade to Guru Sahib Ji and those Guru Sikhs. They split the prashade. The Guru Bhai Himmat Ji waits them to eat their food. They don't eat with them. They do their seva. Then Guru Sahib Ji says that they're thirsty. Is there any water here? And Sahib Singh Ji, there's no water there. It's like a barren land. But when Bhai Himmat Ji says to Maharaji, there is no jal here, there's no water here, Maharaji says, go outside and lift that rock up. And when they lift this rock up, they say that out of that came water. It started gushing out at that time. And a beautiful sarovar is made at that time, like a little pond, a tala was made there at that moment. And Guru Sahib Ji at this time recited this shabad. Right? They say there's 3 shabads that Guru Sahib Ji recited at that time. One was Pali Sohavi Chapari, Ja Mehe Gunagai. This is one of the shabads that you'll find if you read certain steeks, Pratan steeks and Sampradaya steeks, to say that Pali Sohavi Chapari, Ja Mehe Gunagai, that Chapari, that place, that kulli, that shed, that chumpari, that place, Maharaji is saying is Pali is beautiful. Ja Mehe Gunagai. Mehe means rich. Within that place, they sing God's praises. And another one was, I can't remember now, Jithe Naam Japiya. It's along these lines. Okay, the one where that place where Naam is being recited, Jithe Naam, where they recite God's name, Japiya or Japiya, they say that person who recites God's name, Prabha Pyare. And it's a shabad itself, that one as well. Maharaji gives these 2 shabads. They sing 2 shabads there. They're separate ones. Those are just the first lines or part of the shabad. And the third shabad they sang at that time was Basta Tuti Chumpari Cheer Sab Chinna. And they sing this shabad as well to Bhai Himmat Ji. Ke Bhai Himmat Ji, you may live in a chumpari, a tuti chumpari, a broken down shack, Basta, where you will live, you reside. Cheer Sab Chinna. And all your kapre may be broken, they may be ripped. Jatna Patna Adro Udyan Praminna. Jat, you have no caste. You don't even belong to any caste. At least someone can say they belong to something. You don't belong to anything. Jat na pat, you have no honor. Na adra, no respect. Now they're not putting Bhai Himmat Ji down. They talk about Bhai Himmat Ji's state. They talk about the state of somebody who is so low in this world, who's seen as nobody to the world. So saying Bhai Himmat Ji, in this world, they say that you have no jat. You have no pat. You have no honor. You have no respect. People give you no respect. Udyan praminna. Udyan hai means jungle. Praminna patkana, that you wander around in the jungle. Mitra na ithatana rupahin. Mitra means friends. Mitra na it hai means a lover, a companion. Mitra na rupahin. Tan means wealth. That you have no wealth. Rupahin. And to the world, you're seen as Rupaheen means very simply to be ugly in the sense of the world. That they would look at you and think, this, your Roop is heen. It's not good. It's not good looking to the world. So Guru Sahib is explaining by Himaji stater, Kich saak na sinna, the hey by Himaji, you have no saak sambandhiya, you have no relationships, you have no family members, you live on your own in this barren land. But Guru Sahib says, okay, look, if in the world somebody has all of these, doesn't have any of these things and is known with these titles, Guru Sahib says, look, it doesn't even matter. The main point here is Raja Sagali Sristaka Harka Manapinna. They said that person is still the king of this whole world. Raja Sagali Sristaka. Sagali Srist means this whole world. Sari Tarti, the whole world. Raja Sagali Sristaka Har Naam Manapinna. Har Naam means God's name. Manapinna means Pijke. They're completely imbued in God's name because they're the king of kings. There's no one greater than them. And Guru Sahib Ji wants their sangat. Nanak tinke sang saath. Una di sangat. Nanak tinke sang saath vadya syo kya rees. Why would I want to be with those people who think they're so great? Why would I want to be those people? Maharaji wants to be with that person who's the lowest of the low, because the one who's the lowest of the low is the highest of the high in the Guru's eyes. So Maharaji continues and is saying the Akhili Pankti of this body, Tisiki tur man uddare. Prabh hoye so prasanna. They say Tiski tur means unadi tur, Charan turi, their dust of their feet. Or tur here can also mean their jivan. When we take somebody's life and we apply it into our own life, meaning their teachings, their practices, when we apply that into our lives, it's like taking their dust and putting on our matha. That's the physical application. Of course, if we take the actual turi itself, there's so much blessings in that. That will give us the energy to do the blessings. But even if we cannot get their physical turi, we may say, there was that great Guru Sikh, I wish you could have had that Charan turi. Maybe read their jivan and what they did in their life, take that Charan turi and put it on our matha. Take that dust of their feet and put it on our forehead, and that will change our life for the better. So they say, Tiski tur man udre, that person, their heart, their life will be udre, will be completely changed, will be saved. Prabh hoy suparasana. And this happens when Vaheguruji is pleased with us. When Maharaj does kirpa. So one example of this is doing Jode Di Seva. If you've never heard this before, is Jode Joda Kar, when you go to the Gurdwara Sahib and you put your shoes in that room. Most cases they have a room where they have all the sections where you put your shoes. And doing Jode Di Seva, we never know whose Jode could be there one day. It could be Himaji's Jode. It could be Guru Arjan Dev Ji's Jode. There's a Sakhi of Guru Nanak Dev Ji come to Sri Harmandir Sahib. I'm sure Bhai Baljit Singh Ji covered this Sakhi in one of the live streams. I'll tell it very briefly. Sangat from Kabul came to visit Guru Arjan Dev Ji at Sri Harmandir Sahib. And when they were coming to visit, look, they never seen the Guru before. They don't know what the Guru looks like. When they were coming at that time, they came and they left their shoes on the side. Because there's no one to enjoy in the seva there where they give you the token, right? So they were fighting over who should look after the shoes and who should go inside and have darshan. But this couple said, we'll do the seva. You guys go inside, you meet the Guru. When they went inside, they waited in Sri Harmandir Sahib for Guru Arjan Dev Ji. And Baba Buddha Ji came at that time. And they thought maybe Baba Buddha Ji is Guru Arjan Dev Ji. And they asked Baba Buddha Ji and they said, and Baba Buddha Ji said that I'm not the Guru. And they said, where is Guru Sahib Ji then? And Baba Buddha Ji said that, well, Guru Sahib Ji came to meet you guys. They came to see you guys on the way. Rasta de which they came to meet you. On the path. And they go, we never saw Guru Arjan Dev Ji. The only people that we saw was a husband and wife. Very lovely couple. Very lovely people. And they said that, let's go to those people now. And when they went there, it was Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji and Mata Ganga Ji looking after their shoes and cleaning their shoes. And at that time, Baba Buddha Ji said to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, hey Sache Pasha Ji, why are you doing this seva for? Nimrata said with great humility, they said, Maharaj Ji, you are the Guru, why are you doing this seva for? The Guru Arjan Dev Ji said, hey Baba Buddha Ji, look at these jode, look at these shoes, whose shoes are these? And he said, hey Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, again Baba Buddha Ji was a Sikh of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. They've been around since that time. They said, these are the jode of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Okay, today Guru Nanak Dev Ji has come to Sri Harmandir Sahib. Okay, so we don't know who's there that time, whether that's Sache Pashi themselves or that Guru Sikh was so much kamai. Tiski tur man udre, prabh hoy suprasanna. To do Jordi Seva is a great blessing. So if we continue now, that was a Jivan of Bhai Himmat Ji. Maaf karo ji, let's just go through what happens to Bhai Himmat Ji at the end of their Jivan. So Bhai Himmat Ji is doing Guru Maharaj Ji's Seva. They're washing Guru Sahib Ji's Charan. They're blessed with Charan Amrit at this time. What is Charan Amrit today? We're blessed with Amrit from the Khanda. So the Panch Pyare have a Khanda and they stir that in the bata, in the iron bowl that is filled with Amrit Jal and Patase. And they read Guru Bani. Before Guru Gobind Singh Ji, the Maryada was Charan Amrit, where Guru Sahib Ji's Charan were washed, their beautiful feet were washed, and then they were placed in a bata again, a type of bowl, and then that was given to the Sangha to drink, and they became Amritari. So this idea of being Amritari, Amrit Shak, wasn't something that Guru Gobind Singh Ji started. All our Gurus took Amrit. Even Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, when they went to Sachkhand, they were blessed with Amrit as well. Guru Sikha Pi Laya. Bhai Gurdas, he talks about this as well. And so does Guru Nanak Dev Ji on Ang 150. Ke hota deve kare laya. That I was just a singer. I had no job. And kare laya, Vaheguru gave me this mission now. Right? So this is in Bhai Gurdashi's Vaar, and this is in Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Bani, and this is also in our Itihas as well. So at the end of Bhai Himmat Ji's Jivan, Guru Sahib Ji is going to leave now. It's time to move on. Guru Sahib Ji kept on moving and moving because they've got the whole world to save. Right? Maharaji went to every single corner of the world. Just like the sun shines on every single corner of the world, the Guru's love, the Guru's Sikhya, the Guru themselves goes to every corner of this world. They go under every stone and they give love to everyone. How do we know that? Maharaji says in Sri Rera Sahib, Sail pathar meh jant upaye, even those animals that live in a pathar, who live in a rock, they give them food as well. Taka rijik aage ka ratariya. They even give them food. So Maharaji gives love to anyone and everyone. So Bhai Himmat Ji knew that Sache Pash is going to go. Te Bhai Himmat Ji did benti ke Maharaji, you know my stay. You know that I'm not going to be for very long. Bhai Himmat Ji knew it, and so did Guru Arjan Dev Ji. So Bhai Himmat Ji said, just let me leave this body, then you go. Rak Prabhu Pave Mar. He said that if you're not going to stay, then I will go. So Maharaji at this time stays with Bhai Himmat Ji. They saw Singh Ji, they said that what was the last moments of Bhai Himmat Ji? Ke Bhai Himmat Ji laid in Guru Sahib Ji's Charan. They laid in Guru Sahib Ji's feet and they became lean, they became absorbed in Guru Sahib Ji's Charan, and they left their body. What a way to leave our body, right? In Guru Sahib Ji's Charan. That's why Chitta Charana Naam, Guru Sahib Ji's Bani is their Charan. And if we leave this body with Guru Bani on our tongue, but even more, if that Bani from our tongue goes into our heart, and if it goes into each hair on our body, so Hirda to Baad Sasindhi, from our heart, it goes to our nabi. It goes to our belly button. And then from there, it goes into every single pore of our body. And every single pore of our body says Vaheguru. And if somebody reaches that state, then they're in the Guru's Charan all the time. And that means that when that last moment comes, then they're in Guru Sahib's Charan. There's no need to cry for that person. That person's with their Guru. We should be crying for ourselves. Why have we not got to that state? We should be crying for ourselves. And Maharaji, we should cry to Guru Sahib, Maharaji, give us this avastha as well. Give us this Sikhi as well. Give us this avastha that we have this same sort of connection with you as well. Don't cry for them. Just tears that away, say cry for ourselves. And I'm not saying cry in general, but have that virag. And Bhai Himmat Ji at this time has become one with Guru Sahib's Charan. Just like how we started this Katha, Charan Kamal Birahan, the one who has love for the Guru. The one who has love for the Guru's feet. Bhai Himmat Ji was the embodiment of this themselves. So Sahib Singh Ji, if you continue now in the next sloka, Anaka Leela Rajrasa, Rupang Chhatara Chamar Takhta Asanang. So Maharaj says here the Vishram is on Rupang, Anaka Leela Rajrasa Rupang, Chhatara Chamara Takhta Asanang. Maharaj is saying to us, look, Anaka Leela. Anak means anek, many. Leela means types of pleasures or plays or miracles. Our life can be so great. Rasa. Ras means types of pleasures. Rupang means beauty. Raj, to have power. To be a king with these things as well. Raj Rasa, Raj Rupang, Raj Leela. To have all these kind of things. Chamara. Chamara means chaud. Chaud means Pave, like for Maharaj we have Chaud Sahib. to have a whisk, to have a fan, chatar, to have a canopy, to have an umbrella, takata asanam, to have a beautiful throne that we sit on. Maharaj says that somebody can have all these things. Rachant mood agyan andha hai. Mood here means mudak. Rachant means to be completely absorbed in these things. They say somebody can have these things. Agyan andha hai. Agyan means ignorance. Gyan means knowledge. The true essence of Gyan here is Atam Gyan, to have knowledge of our true self. Agyan means the one who's completely ignorant to that. Andha hai means to be in complete darkness, to be blind. Nanaka Supana Manoratha Maya. That all these things we just mentioned, beauty of the body, to have all these royal things, luxuries of life, if these things are had in our lives but we're completely oblivious to Vaiguruji and to becoming one with their Charan, to having that love with Guru Sahib Ji's feet, Charan Kamal Birahan, Guru Sahib Ji says that person, they said that they're completely asleep. Maharaji kehte hain Supana Manoratha Maya. Supana. Supana here means to be asleep, Manorath. What does Manorath mean? If you read the English translations, it may say thoughts. This is correct, but it means those thoughts that we have of the future. Sometimes we sit there and we just plan our future in our head and we have all these thoughts of what we're going to do. Supana Manorath Maya, but we're just asleep in that. We're not living in the present moment. It doesn't mean that you don't plan for the future and you don't worry about your mortgage and bills and stuff, but we're so in the future, we're so focused on the future that we're asleep to the present moment that we may not have a future. We may not have a mortgage in the future. So it's that, the way to understand is we have to have that balance. We have to have that, we have to be in the present moment as well, which is very important. And then living in the present moment, then from that moment, we can start planning the future. But we have to focus on the present moment right now. And Maharaji says to us in Sri Sukhmani Sahib, he said, Bina santokha nahi ko rajya. Supana manoratha brithe sabakajya. This is the answer why here Guru Sahib is giving it to us and themselves in Sri Sukhmani Sahib. They say, Bina santokh. If we don't have contentment, because a lot of times when we have a manorath, a thought in our mind, it's because we're not content with what we have now. So do we understand that this is how we have to do vichar of Gurbani, Guru Sahib Ji Kirpa Karan, Sumat Bakshan Guru Sahib Ji. Ke Sal Singh Ji, of course we have to think that in the future, we've got a plan for the future. But there's a time that Maharaj is saying, Supana Manortha, Bina Santokha, that a lot of things that we're thinking about is because we're not content with what we have now. So this is the thoughts that we're sleeping, is that with the things we're thinking about in the future are things that will make us content because we don't have enough money. We don't have enough of this or that. So Maharaj is saying to us, Ke Supana Manorth, we're sleeping is Bina Santok Nahi Kau Raja. Raja he means Rajke, to be completely full. It doesn't mean Raja hai, but a Raja is someone who's Rajke, who's someone who is full, because they have everything supposedly. But it says you can never become content with all these things. Bina Santok, without Santok Nahi Kau Raja, Supana Manorth, Brithe Sabakaje. They say in this state of being asleep with these thoughts, Brithe Sabakaje, they go, everything that person does is vyarth, it's useless. So what is the answer? Naam Ranga Sarab Sukh Hoye, Vadapagi Kise Prapata Hoye. They say through Naam Rang, having love for Naam. And what is Naam here? Charan Kamal Birahan. It all comes back to this first pankti here. Maharaj saying, wake up, have love for Guru Sahib Ji's feet, have love for Guru Sahib Ji's Bani. That Bani that is Adpurana, Madpurana, Antpuran Parameswara hai, that Bani that protected us at the start of life, right now and to the end of our life, forever, from start to end, even after this life, that Bani that will protect us, Maharaj is saying, ke join to that Gurbani. Naam Rang, to have love with that Gurbani, to be imbued in that Gurbani. Naam Rang Sarab Sukh hoye, you gain all that Sukh, that true Sukh. But the Pagi Kise Parapato hoye, but the one who gets this has to have Vadde Pa, great fortune. Now, if we listen to Guru Sahib Ji's Katha, and we said Sabde Uttama Har Ki Katha, Naam Sonata Dard Dukh Latha, that Vaiguruji's Katha is Naam Rupi itself. Naam Rupi Katha, that means that we can experience this Naam, we have the opportunity. So let's not be sitting there right now thinking to myself, I'm not that person, because we're being blessed to listen to Guru Sahib Ji's Bani. Ek akhar har man basta, Nanak hot in a hall, even if one akhar, Ek akhar har man basta, of God's name was to reside in my heart, Nanak hote nahal, that person being complete nahal. Nanak nadri nadar nahal. Salok pavan guru pani pita. So, supana manorath maya, supane habaranga mania, mitha lagra moho. They give, that person goes their whole life, supane habaranga mania. Hab means sare rang, all these types of pleasures, mania, they become absorbed in them, but they sleep. They're not awake. Mitha lagra moh, and this moh, this attachment seems sweet to the person. Maharaj is saying, it's so sweet to them, but they don't realize that this sweetness is not going to last. Right? Just like how in the world we have certain, like for example, when we used to go to school, in my generation, we used to love having chewing gum, like Hubba Bubba. If anyone remembers that chewing gum, really fat chewing gum. It looks so tasty. You chew it for 30 seconds and it loses all its flavor. That's just like this life, right? Hubba Bubba is just like this life. It's so sweet for the first 10, 20 seconds, and then afterwards it's just plain. You spit it out, you get another one. Remember the big ones, those big chewing gums. Everyone just keep chewing on them, but the rust would go straight away. And that's just like this life. This 80, 100 years we're living for, it's not that long. In Faridkot Tika is written that the 84 lakh June, this 8.4 life million cycle that we go through, that's a lot of lives. They say average is about 4.5 billion years. So this 80 years in comparison to 4.5 billion years roughly is nothing. And that's the rust of this world that we think that we want to absorb ourselves into. Guru Sahib is saying that it's not going to last. Mitha lagra moho, it's not going to stay forever, but for now it feels so sweet. But Maharaj says to us, Nanak naam vahuniya sundara maya troho, that actually naam vahuniya, without naam, all this stuff looks beautiful, this maya, but it's troho. It's shalaroop, it's all fake. It's going to put us in the sea at the end, and it's going to lead to our own demise, our own destruction. So just in the last pauri now, Maharaji continues pauri, supane seti chitta mood khalaya. Maharaji continues this vichar. Again, the prakarna of this whole Katha of Jaitsri ki Vaar is to wake up. Supane seti chitta. Our chit is, seti means within, it's with, supane. Our mind is completely asleep. We are completely asleep. Mudakhlai, the one who is a mudak does this. They put their chit in the sleep of this world, meaning that they're completely asleep in these manorathat, in these thoughts. So supane seti chit mudakhlaya bisre rajdasa poga jagat pakhalaya. They say when that person wakes up, jagat means jagke, to wake up, pakhalaya, he starts to regret his life. Pachtaunda hai, he starts to regret, but it's too late now. Because when we have, in most cases, when somebody wakes up, it's at the end of their life. And then we have to go. Then it's too late. And then they regret this great opportunity that they had. And bisre raj rasapog. And then they forget about this raj, this ras, this pog. When it's too late, then we forget about that stuff, but then it's too late. So Guru Sahib is saying, don't make it too late. Do it now. Arja gai vahai tande taya. Arja gai vahai means that umar. जो मनुख दी उम्र है सास नहीं, वो बीत गए हन. It's past. It's past their umr. Their life has passed and they've not done what they're meant to do. Tande tai, it was passed in this doubt. It was passed in this wandering and all these illusions that there are in the world. Look in Sohila, so before we go to bed, our Guru reminds us that at the end of every single day, they say, Aud kate din se rehnare man gur mil kaj savare rahao. They say, Aud kate. Audhe means ke sadi umar aud kate kat jandi hai. Every single day it's getting less. One thing that my dad used to say a long time ago was when we said to him, it's your birthday, happy birthday, why are you celebrating it? They say, okay, why do I want to celebrate my birthday? Every day I'm getting closer to death. Why? It's a bit not great to celebrate your birthday. Yeah, but sometimes it's alright. Yeah. So Maharaji is saying here, ke all the kate din se rehna re. Every single day, har roz saad sangat ji, manuk di umr kat jandi hai, is getting less every single day. And what is Guru Sahib is saying every night before we go to bed? Ke man, oh my mind, man gur mil kaj savare. Meet the Guru and solve all your affairs. Solve them all now, because Guru Sahib says in the next pankti, again it links to that courage, purana pe na kam mohya maya. They say because if we don't do this, Din Puran Pay not calm. All the Kate din Serenare Mana Guru Mila Kaj Savare to solve our affairs. But here Guru Sahib is saying ke Puran Pay not calm, that we have not resolved all those Karaja that we had, those desires to meet Vaiguruji. Because Mohya Maya, because we fell in love with Maya. E mana chanchala chaturai kine na paya. They say, oh my clever mind, this cleverness of yours will not get you anywhere. This fickle mind that keeps going from place to place, chaturai kine na paya. Chaturai na paya kine tu sun mana meria. They say, oh my mind, listen, this chaturai will not get you anywhere. Guru Amar Das Ji says us in Sri Anand Sahib, chaturai kine na paya. And they say, ehe maya mohani, jina et param pulai. Because of this maya, many people have fallen into param. They've fallen into doubt. But Guru says, look how beautiful maya is. Look what maya can do. Look at this creation of yours, Vaiguruji. Look what maya does to people. Right? So Maharaji is giving this vichar ke purana pena ka mohya maya, that through maya, through this illusion, through attachment to it, this is the key point to be attached to. We have to live in maya. But we have to be detached. Like at the start, Charan Kamal. Like how our Guru's feet are detached and the one who joins the Guru Sahib's feet is detached. They live in this world, but they're not attached to the dirt around them. Just like how the Kamal full lives in the chikkad, it lives in the dirty water, but it doesn't become dirty itself. It rises above it, doesn't drown. Right? The dirty water that goes on top of the Kamal full, it slides off straight away. In the same way, they're saying that when we live in the world, that whatever happens, it doesn't stick to us. That nindya, that dirt of Peri Sangat, of Madi Sangat does not stick to us. But Guru Sahib Ji finishes off the Katha by saying to us in today's Katha, Sahib Singh Ji, ke kya vechara jant ja aap palaya. They say, what can that poor person do? Kya vechara jant. What can that poor person do? Ja aap palaya, if Vaiguruji themselves has made us forget. If Vaiguruji themselves has made this happen. Now, when I looked at this and I thought, if I was to do this vichara, how would people take it? They'll say, well, you said all of that, but it's all in God's hands, right? That's it. Yes, we don't understand what this hukum is. We don't understand it. But if we want to start to understand it, Guru Sahib Ji says to us, Eko naam hukum hai. If we want to understand this hukum, what is happening, Guru Sahib Ji told us clearly what we need to do, and that is Naam Simran. Naam. Naam is everything. Naam is everything to the Guru Sikh. We need to start connecting to Naam, and then we start to understand this hukum. It's not something you can understand through chaturai. E mana pyariya. They say, E mana chanchla chaturai kede na paai. No one has ever understood this hukum of Vaiguruji through cleverness. We have to experience. We have to start walking this path of Sikhi. And if we want to understand why God made this illusion, why did Vaiguruji make all of this happen, Bhai Gurdas Ji talks about it in their own Vaar. It's something like Maya Utput, the reason for Maya being created. And they say in the last line of that Vaar, they say, Karana karte aap lokaya. Karan means the reason, Karte means Vaiguruji, the creator, aap lokaya, only they know themselves why this has all happened, why we were split. And Guru Sikhs give the vichar, okay, we were a part of that split because we were once with Vaiguruji. So, jin aap palaya, they're saying here ke aap palaya, but Vaiguruji is inside us. So, what a deep vichar to finish off with. But this is all in Vaiguruji's kid. And if we want to understand that kid, that play, then we have to become one with Vaiguruji. Then there is no difference. There is no parda. There is no ignorance, agyanta. So, Maharaji has spoken to us here about the Vastha of those Guru Sikhs. And what we need to do in our lives is that we need to follow the same path of them. Teski tur mana udre. Okay, they take the dust of Bhai Himmaji's Jivan and apply them in our lives. That we may not have these things that people have in the world, but if we have Guru Sahib's name, Raja Sagli Srishta ka Raja Sagli Srishta ka har na mana pinna. If we absorbed in Guru Sahib's name, then what else do we need? So we come to the end of the Katha vichar here. Many mistakes have been made in this Katha. And when we say that Satsang, we mean it. Any vichar that we do in this Katha, this is the vichar. All we try to do is upma of Guru Sahib Ji. Let's just make that clear. Sometimes people get offended. But all we try to do is upma of Guru Sahib Ji. In the Hazuri of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, we say this. Okay, this is the only thing we do when we do Katha, is try to build Guru Sahib Ji Shardha with Guru Sahib Ji. And that's it. just build the Shardha with Sache Pachi Maharaj. So please forgive all the mistakes. Again, myself, I'm still learning. I've got a long way to go. And you are the Satsang, and you are Bakshanhar. The Satsang is Bakshanhar, and they're the ones that can forgive us and give us the blessings to continue this seva. So many mistakes, Satsang ji, maaf karo ji. Deho sajjan asi sariya, jo hove sahib syo mel. Pooran pe na kaam mohya maya, kya vechara jant ja aap pulaya. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh.